are at the Dragon's Lair comic store. This is our Dragon's Lair
YouTube channel.
See, I let them do that because I always mess it up. So today we're talking about some cool stuff about 2020. Yes, the year of the COVID. COVID collecting started back in March of last year.
Yeah.
And a lot of people went crazy, sold a lot of different books. We had Ultimate Fallouts go out for like $1,000. Crazy stuff. We had just Miles Morales craze because of the social injustice stuff going on. And man, it's just been a big year in 2020. So we all wanted to get together and share our favorite book that we each got. Some are we're gonna talk about why we have two, or maybe three.
Yeah.
So today, if you like what we're doing and you like our video, definitely subscribe to us.
Thumbs up, like.
And I'm Bernie, and this is
Chris.
I'm Ryder.
Mike.
and we are the Four Amigos. So we're gonna start with Chris, since you're right in the middle.
All right. I'll be honest. 2020, it really has been a crazy year. I mean,
Or it was.
It was a crazy year. I've basically been coming to the Dragon's Lair for a while now, but this year I've really been here a lot more, collecting a ton more. I actually was in modern books for a while, and then Bernie talked me into getting into spending more money basically and going Silver Age and Bronze.
But it came at the right time when we had the big collections coming.
It did. We had a lot of good collections that came in. The one that I'm going to talk about today is, of course, in the last video you guys saw, Batman 234, and this is the first Silver Age Two-Face. Yep, Batman. Of course, I'm a DC fan. So I love a lot of the Silver Age. This is, of course, a Neil Adams cover. Denny O'Neil wrote this book, so they were a great duo, I think, in DC.
Definitely, for sure.
Huge, great duo. A lot of great books came out of there.
Never did Denny O'Neil pass away last year?
He did. Denny O'Neil passed away in 2020. And Neil Adams still going so far. So keep going, Neil. Keep going.
Keep going and signing.
Yeah, keep going and signing. But I'll tell you, this is a great book, great cover. You can see Two-Face right on the cover, so that makes a huge difference, I think, in the value of the book, too. And I'm actually in the process of collecting all of the Silver Age villain appearances. I have the first Scarecrow, Silver Age Scarecrow, Ra's al Ghul, Black Mask, which is a little bit actually copper, but yeah, I'm working on all of the Silver Age.
So would we
villains.
really consider Silver Age 71?
Yeah, according to the Green Lantern, which is supposedly, was it 76?
Yeah, it's
is
right
the
on the
last
cusp.
of the silver, is what they say. So yeah, 71's right on the edge, but it is silver, and it says for Silver Age appearance. So we're gonna go with that. But great book. I hope that DC can pick things up and really get some good books out in the future. Even though there are a lot of people that don't like DC out there, but I am a fan, so I love this book. And I did get this from the Dragon's Lair. In fact, you have a bunch on the wall right behind us here that you guys can come and check out. Great prices. So thanks, Bernie. Appreciate it.
No problem. I love it. I've always
Great
loved
book.
that cover. It's a beautiful cover.
Mike
And-
doesn't like it.
and
Mike don't like DC.
And
DC?
I'm
What's
actually
DC?
glad. I mean, when we looked at it, I thought it was gonna be at least a 9.0, and it ended up being 9.2.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah. I
great.
actually didn't expect it to be a 9. I thought it was gonna be an 8.85. But yeah, great book. Wasn't as fortunate on the Ra's al Ghul, but still a good.
That's because you
book.
didn't buy that one.
That's true. That's true.
You kind of did,
Yeah,
but you
kind of
didn't.
did, but I didn't. Yeah.
I can't take that one.
Yeah. It was a good book. So 2020, adios. Now we're in 2021. Hopefully prices keep going like they're going, and the hobby still goes as hot as it was in 2020, because it was definitely a good year for the hobby.
That's because
for
everybody
sure.
was sitting at home.
Yeah, but I mean,
What
great
can I
year.
do?
Great year for buying and
eBay.
selling comics, so it really was. I mean, it's the price has been crazy.
All right, so
This year.
we're gonna go next. We're gonna go to RYDER. So RYDER is my nephew, and I'm very proud of him. Because of the COVID stuff going on, a lot of places closed. We were fortunate we were able to stay open because of the guidelines. But he didn't have to go to school, so he kept hanging out, and so I kind of put him to work, showed him what he had to do for the business, and he saved up for this book. And man, I'm very proud of him. He paid a good penny for this book, but man, it's an awesome book. It's his favorite character. I don't know how it became his favorite character. Maybe he can tell you
I
that.
don't even know.
You don't.
I don't know. I just got into Deadpool one day. I was like, this is a cool character. I don't even remember how I got
It wasn't through me because I was always trying to shove him Batman stuff.
Yeah.
I still gotta show him Batman stuff. So show him what you got there, buddy.
So I got the New Mutants '98 first appearance of Deadpool. I don't even remember how I got into Deadpool. It just kind of happened, like hanging out up here, getting into comics. Like of course, as a little kid, like there's the Batman cartoons, like the Teen Titans and stuff. So like just like every little kid, like I watched that stuff. But then coming up here too, like, and then especially this year of 2020, coming up here and working, I started to learn more about like the history of comics and like Silver Age and all that. Like before, like I just like read certain things, but coming up here, I started to learn more of like the history behind like comic books and like from you and then everyone hangs up here.
Yeah, the book was really hot for a while. It's cooled off a little bit, but it was a hot book.
And it's kind of cool because we have another friend who comes over, Chris Fields, and so Chris Fields was he was a teacher at one of the schools that Riley's brother used to go to. That's how I actually met Chris. And Chris, same thing. The pandemic happened, and they didn't have to go to work, so he'd come hang out, and it was kind of cool. So Ryder's talking about the New Mutants '98. I mean '98 getting a high grade, and so what Chris did, I guess he's done a lot of things. He had some spare money, so he bought one. He bought one to just show it to Ryder.
Yeah.
And he gave me peeps.
and he kept on going, look. And his whole thing was to actually have Ryder save up for it.
Yeah.
So it was actually pretty cool for him to do that. And once Ryder got the money, he came up here and he sold to him for what it cost him. So it was actually really cool.
And it makes you appreciate the book even more.
Yes, and it was really cool because that just goes with part of Chris being a teacher, and that's what Chris is. Is a librarian now, but he was a teacher, and he just wanted to show that, hey, you can actually achieve this if you keep saving. Ryder worked his butt off, and part of that helped him was we got this big collection in, and there was an 8.5 Units 98 in there. Was it 8.5 or 8?
Something like that.
And so Mike over here goes, hey, Bernie, just give it to Ryder. Give it to Ryder. Just, he's been helping out a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah,
you're right. So that came from Mike. So he nudged me. I thought about it, but he nudged me. So I gave him the book, and then Chris came up with the idea and says, hey, I'll sell the book if he doesn't want it. And I think that it was funny because it got into Ryder's head, 9.8.
Yeah,
9.8.
9.8.
I keep saying. So he said, hey, look, why don't you ask him if he wants to sell it, and then maybe put that money towards it. So that kind of went with it. So I ended up selling it for him on eBay. Got about $300 something, and I just gave that to him, and then that just accumulated. He just kept working. So I think it's really cool that you got that, but I'm more proud that you worked to get it, and I think you will appreciate it more. I remember, I don't know what your mom and dad's reaction was when I'm going to spend this much money.
I told my mom, she's like, oh, okay. I said, hey, that day I got it, my dad picked me up. I was like, yeah, this is what I got. He's like, oh.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. You know how much I saved for this?
So
say something.
It's actually funny because, my brother-in-law, which is his dad, owns a motorcycle shop, and his whole thing is to get it going. It's a motorcycle. He does repairs, and he wants Ryder to go up there. And Ryder's like me. My dad's grandfather would bring me out in the car and go, all right, I'm going to teach you this. And I tell him, you should learn this. But I remember sitting out there, my dad had, give me a Phillip. Give me this. And I get him all to him. I'm handing it to him. And after about 15, 20 minutes, my dad looked at me. He goes, go inside. He knew. He knew that was not my destiny. So I know Ryder was like, yeah, Dad, I'll come up there. All right, Uncle Bernie, you at the shop now?
Yeah, come pick me up.
So I'm very proud. I'm very proud that you got that. I know now you got the New Mutants 87. Now you got to worry about getting that graded first cable. And now you got to find something else because I know you can't stop there. I know. So
Chris Fields taught me a lesson too on the Ray Shagul. First, I got to say I got a lesson just like Ryder did. Love you, Chris. Just joking.
Hopefully my cable doesn't come back as a 6.0.
Ouch.
That video's going up here soon too because it's been edited.
I can tell you right now, there's been enough comments about the 6.0 video for Amazing Spider-Man 121 And 122. They were both sick.
I
They were both
finished-
sick.
No,
I finished-
Oh, yeah.
No, this is
That's
not
right.
Mine
Yeah.
wasn't, I know.
That's right. So the 121 video will come out.
Probably
So thank you for all the comments on the last video. I appreciate it. We will
right.
we will get it released.
So Mike, speaking of 121,
There he is.
It's Mike.
Well, 121 would have been my favorite book of 2020.
Alex,
but,
what's your favorite book?
It was your favorite book
Until I got graded.
until it got great.
Yeah, exactly. So it's back at CGC. With hopefully after a good press and clean, it comes back the grade they now.
It's a 6.5.
They did deserve. I'm leaving. No, so I didn't buy a lot of books 2020. I was more concerned
Right.
in
That's a lie.
That's a
buying raw books. I didn't buy a lot of graded books
But
in
we bought
2020.
books.
You said books. You mentioned
Correction, I didn't buy a lot of graded books in 2020.
Get
I'm
it straight, Pinocchio.
I'm a Ninja Turtle collector and Spider-Gwen collector. And since I'm kind of really close to all the Ninja Turtle IDW group, and there was no conventions, there was no real good signings this year, I didn't partake in any Ninja Turtle activities because of it. So I focused more on the Spider-Gwen side of the house, and I bought the Edge of Spider-Verse #2, the comic book variant. I don't know if you can see it from there. It's a Saya own cover, the color one, and I really like it a lot. I wanted this book for a long time, and I never pulled the trigger on it. I have all the prints, first print, second print, third print, fourth print, fifth print of the regular Spider-Verse books, but I didn't have these variants. So I
Beautiful
bought
cover.
both. I bought both. I bought the black and white and the color one.
I like it.
You don't like it?
I love that
love
cover.
it.
I love that
it.
cover. I think it's great.
I like.
It's like a Barbie.
That's what I like it.
Yeah.
It's very colorful.
Well, we gotta explain why Mike loves Spider-Gwen. All right. The reason why Mike really loves Spider-Gwen is because his wife Danielle, she's a beautiful woman, and she's
She
blonde.
is.
And she's blonde.
She
So
is.
late at night, we don't know about this, but I know he's like secretly winked and said she
Well,
dresses. She
I don't want to
dresses.
know what happens on Mike late at
She
night, all right?
dresses up like Spider-Gwen. He's all
know who
he
else?
gets excited.
You know who else doesn't know about this?
What, you talking about
Danielle.
her?
Danielle don't know about
Yeah.
this.
I mean, say, you're talking about her and Peter Parker over here? What's going on?
Puerto Rican Peter Parker.
So
Puerto Rican Peter Parker.
Pedro Parker.
Pedro Parker.
So we also got our favorite
God, that's
sign
funny.
books we've gotten this year as well.
So we did the favorite graded book of the year, and then the favorite signing submission of the year. So
It doesn't have to be a submission. It could be a sign. It's just
a signing,
It's a signing.
yeah, a signing. So I sent my Spider-Gwen #24 to Scott Campbell signing a few months ago, and I sent all of them except the the Gwenom one because I don't have it.
I said it, not him.
Well,
Let's get technical.
I submit my books to the Dragon Slayer to
No,
get.
we did it. We did submission for people. We did it for us.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know. So, this is my favorite. This is one of my favorite Scott Campbell covers
Great artist.
ever. I love how
Yeah.
I love how the colors flow. Purple's my favorite color. Green is my second favorite color. And everything. I just love this book. This is my favorite.
I think it's my favorite
This is-
Spider-Gwen cover he's done.
This is one of my favorite. This is also one of my favorite.
I love it
Spider-Gwen
because
covers.
she got the drumsticks. The musician he loves it.
He did amazing. I love everything about
I actually
this
like
book.
the other cover
So,
It's
which
just
one?
me. I like the other
No,
cover
yeah.
better, yeah.
But yeah,
It's a modern book,
That's
so
it.
I mean, what are you going to do?
I'm missing about 40 books of Spider-Gwen.
40?
The
I didn't even know there
Spider-Gwen
was that
number
many Spider-Gwen books out.
Spider-Gwen #1 has like 75 covers.
Oh my gosh.
So from all
DC much?
from all the Spider-Gwen books, I'm only missing about 40.
And you give DC crap about variant covers all the time.
Oh no, I don't give nobody. I'm doomed. I'm a Spider-Gwen and Ninja Turtle fan.
Last Ronin,
There's all kinds.
200 million covers. The Last Ronin #1.
Not to count the retail incentive covers.
I don't talk about covers because the things that I like the most, Spider-Gwen and Turtles.
You know what I like
go
about that
crazy.
one? What I like about this is actually really cool. Is that he used purple.
Yeah.
That is actually really cool. They use purple,
Yeah.
the color purple,
To
as
sign
far
it,
as the
yeah.
signing. So I like when artists actually do that and they, you know,
Try to match the
because
books
they can see they're the ones who create it, so they can see what color works best.
Yeah.
I remember Greg Capullo did that a lot when he was doing his
Yeah,
signing.
yeah.
Same thing. I think my Venom one has a white the white mark. It looks really good. So
I like that the art. This makes me feel like the artists care. Like, okay, if this
Yeah.
would have been my book, I would have wanted it in this color.
And,
You
and
see-
there's some good sign. You know,
Yeah.
there's some good artists out there that sign, and
Yeah.
there's some that aren't. They just go, yeah, I'm gonna put whatever I
You
want.
see a lot of people. Oh, signature placing.
Yeah.
Your book, remember?
it wasn't mine. It was the customer's, not mine.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially when they go over
yeah.
their character or whatever. It's like, really?
Some artists just don't care. They just get
Yeah.
there and sign it whatever they get the book at. So, but I'm really happy with
It's a good book.
Scat Campbell's. Also, Spider-Gwen 24 is the first appearance of Gwenom, so
Oh
I'm
yeah,
happy.
that's cool.
Yep, she becomes Gwenom. in
And
this
she
book.
fights Carnage this week, right? Not Carnage, Venom.
Next week.
Next week.
Next
Carnage,
week.
Venom.
Yeah.
Venom versus Carnage, right?
Yep, Carnage.
I'm pretty sure Bernie bought 3 other books with him. Do you have
I'm pretty
any
sure
more?
Bernie bought a lot of them.
So I'm gonna go with mine. All right, so I had to break
But
mine up.
I just want to put
So,
out
so
there
this
that
is funny. We did a video last night, and it's actually funny. So I really was about to put bring your 2 favorite books, and then Chris goes one book only, Bernie.
One book.
And you know, it's actually kind of funny because, man, I bought a lot of graded books this year.
We know.
Or sent
Yeah.
books in to get graded.
yeah, business has been good at the Dragon's Lair.
We know.
Been doing a lot of trading and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So, as I said, I've got these books, and I had to break it down because I've gotten books that I've owned before. I've gotten them back. So I was like, man, you know, it doesn't count because you know I
already had it.
Yeah, I already had it. I've had a Werewolf by Night number 13 for. I've had a Hulk 181. I've just upgraded, and so I didn't consider that to be, you know,
Your favorite.
my
Your
favorite ones
favorites.
because it was a redo, I guess
I
you
mean,
could say.
anybody else would be happy to have those 2 books, but for Bernie, whatever.
Yeah.
Those are
I know.
nothing.
I know.
So there was a tie. There was a tie.
Oh, here we
But
go with ties.
you know, there was
Yeah.
a tie. There was
Sure
a tie,
was.
and it's
Okay.
kind of like, you know, one of those things. So the first book, it's kind of cool, but I would say it's below. Just I guess because you know I'm you know. So the first one is X-Men number 4, right there. X-Men number 4. There. First appearance of Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
And that's actually why I actually picked it up because it was like, oh man, WandaVision's coming out. This would be a good one to maybe keep, maybe flip. My collection turned a little different the last couple of years because I've always been collecting and it's always been towards my daughter. Well, if something happened to me, I want her to have. I don't have 401k. And you don't have one of those in here. Only guys are. So I wanted to have a collection. She knows this. I've got these tubs of comics that's stored somewhere secure that I have
really
specifically. Here, Riley. These are all yours. There's a couple in here that belong to Ryder, and there's a couple that belong to Ian and Landon. But these are all yours. She's instructed, you know, what's going on. So.
Yeah.
This year, I kind of wanted to add stuff that she would like, not just Batman stuff, because I've had tons of Batman stuff, but I wanted to add some women, some you know.
I bet you did.
Some women to the list for her. So I went with Scarlet Witch. First with Scarlet Witch. What's that?
Silk.
Yeah, because Ryan loves Silk, but you know you can only do so many Silk.
Yeah.
So I wanted to add some main characters. So we did
huge
this year.
book.
We did Scarlet Witch, and it's also first appearance of Quicksilver and the Toad and the Brother of the Evil Mutants.
And
And then
Jack Kirby?
yes, Jack
Yeah,
Kirby.
Jack
Jack
Kirby.
Kirby.
Yeah,
Kirby
like
cover.
King
It's
Kirby.
actually a classic cover.
Very.
And this was like one of the first that I bought like at the beginning of the year. It's like, oh man, I just want to do this for Riley, get the Scarlet Witch. And then after that, when it came to my favorite, I went through a whole year and I got a lot of books. But my favorite ended up being actually all favorite for me. That's kind of for Riley.
gonna
And
be a
it's actually
Batman. How much
it's
is
actually
that?
Tales of Suspense number 52.
Oh yeah.
Right there. And I debated on this book
Yep,
more and
Black
more.
Widow.
over and over, and it's weird because she's actually, I started reading the books, the most recent series, and the last 2 series by Black Widow has been really good. And I read it, this book, I've always liked Black Widow because when I first saw her, she was teaming up with Daredevil because she was putting a Daredevil book to kind of sell it. So it's always one of those things I'm going, oh yeah, let's go ahead and, So I got in the mood, and I had been looking at one, but they were like 5.0s.
Yeah.
And like 6s, but they didn't present well. I was like, man.
Books I would be happy to own, by the way.
Anybody would.
Anybody would.
So
but not Bernie.
These don't present well. But then I came across this 6.5, and I was like, man.
Off-white pages.
This was actually really nice. So, I had to have it, and this is like one of the last purchases of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of ended up being one of my favorites. So, right there, first appearance of Black Widow.
I honestly thought it was going to be first appearance of Hawkeye that you got. But,
Did you? That was in there. That was also in there. But I didn't want to like show up you because I know Hawkeye's one of your favorites.
And I don't have a copy of that.
But I don't know, even the funky costume, but it was the first picture of Natasha, So. All right, so now when we talk about our favorite sign books, and I thought about this the other day, it was like the Venom book. I was like, oh man! But then I remembered I got this book from my friend Eric. We're all going through the COVID stuff. He works over at GameStop, and excuse me, his hours have been cut, stuff like that. And he had this book that I've always wanted. I said, look, and I even never saw it. He told me about it. He never showed it to me. I said, look, if you ever want to sell it, let me know. I'll buy it. So he brought it in, and
so you took advantage of Eric. Got it.
No.
Just messing.
Horrible human being.
I said, well, I asked him what he wanted for it, and how much he had. He goes, yeah, I'll pay you double. He said, sure.
Yeah.
So this ended up being my favorite sign book I got this year. Black Panther, number 1, 9.6. It is it's from the film Comic-Con, I guess it was. What makes this actually really cool is actually signed by Chadwick Boseman.
Yep.
And Letitia Wright. She's the one who played Shuri. And man, it's actually really cool because the signature.
It's a good book.
He wrote. Chadwick was known. His first big role was 42.
42 for the
Where he
baseball.
played Jackie Robinson.
Yep.
And from then on, from what I heard, he signed all his stuff and wrote 42. And so he's got 42. Man, and I started thinking, man, this is the favorite signature book I got this past year.
Not only that, but both of those people have passed away now. Stan Lee and Chadwick
Yes, but
Boseman.
Stan Lee,
But-
he's not
I mean,
signed.
I know, but I'm saying
I've
it's
got-
still a great cover.
Yeah, so I just love it, and I thought about it last night. It's that book. So definitely an awesome one. With the passing of Chadwick Boseman, the incredible story that he had cancer and nobody knew.
Nobody knew.
All
during filming, too.
During filming,
Yeah.
stuff like that, it was
Amazing.
and people even made fun of him for the last book, 21 Bridges, because what did you scared? And after that, man, I know people felt horrible.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
for sure.
I hope they did.
yeah,
for sure.
and definitely, man. So to have that was actually pretty cool
really
to add to the
awesome.
collection this past year. So that's pretty much my favorite 2 books. The other one I just threw in the,
It's okay, Ryder. We stuck to the rules.
We did.
We did. We all stuck to the rules.
we
We brought one.
We can always throw in who owns the store. So
It's true. Nick, how you doing back there?
So that's it, man. I hope we got to share some cool stuff with you today. Favorite books of 2020. Got a lot of books in, and we had to narrow them down to the ones we got. So
It's tough.
Man, it's tough.
It's a tough decision.
It was tough for me, for sure.
Tough
We should do one with our favorite Raw book next.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
It's gonna be hard.
I tell you what.
all my raw books turned to graded books.
I tell you, even better is you guys comment and tell us what you want to see. And just let us know what you want to see. We do this channel for fun. We do it for the community, like Bernie said last time. We love doing it. We love putting content out there. And we want you guys to come by and see Bernie and come to the store and check out everything because, it's a home away from home.
But not just see me, see these guys.
Yeah,
Your
'cause
favorite
we're
book
usually
might
here
be
too.
in our wall.
Yeah, it might be on our wall.
Somewhere in here. It might be here.
Somewhere
Who
back
knows?
there.
All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you soon. And if you like us, subscribe to us again. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.